Hello everyone, it's Rita here. I can't see if my phone is recording. The numbers are kind of hidden, but I think it's working. So I'm gonna call this Slow Stitching Sunday with Rita. I haven't done that for over a year, and I think I would like to start doing it again. I don't know if I can do it every Sunday, but I'm gonna try and see if I can keep up with it. So for the people who do journals that watch my channel, I'm planning to make a journal cover here. So I found this fabric, and I believe this probably came from Lisa, or it might have been a batch that Mary sent me not too long ago. And I just saw it in my slow stitching room, or my sitting room where I do my stitching, and I thought I would pull it out and see what I can do. Also, Lisa had mentioned, because I had asked about a journal, what kind of journal I should make, and Lisa suggested a wildflower. So this one has this really pretty butterfly here, and I don't know what's going to happen, because by the time I attach some lace and things the way I want, that butterfly may get lost. But, so in order to make sure I had a piece big enough, I have this piece of coffee dyed paper that I use to, I don't know, stamp on and do everything, cut circles and whatever I need. Okay, so I want to make sure I have like this amount overhang, and about the same right here for the edges. And I don't want to cut it too short, because many times I do that. I'll cut it so short that it doesn't really, once you fold everything up, because stitching on anything is going to shrink it. Okay, so then I'm thinking, if I have a spine, I don't plan on actually making a spine with like cardstock or anything. I might make a hidden spine though, so that it will feel soft, the whole journal. So I'm going to put that there, just about, you know, 1/2 inch from here, and it'll be a 1/2 inch from here, and that's where we'll cut that. Now I'm going to take this over to this side and make sure that I have enough on this side to cover my paper. And I have, sorry, I have wildflowers on my desk. These were given to me by a friend, and I saw them in my room, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put those in the video. Okay, so this one here looks a little maybe shy, but we'll see what happens, because otherwise I won't get this little butterfly. Yeah, and I don't think I want to go this direction, because the butterflies would be going upside down. So I'm just going to cut this. I'm going to sit this down, and about a 1/2 inch above that, or maybe I'll go 3/4 of an inch above it. And if you want to cut something and you don't have to be super accurate, always take your fabric and keep folding it like so. Meet up the bottom. That'll help keep the top straight. And just follow the cut line. There you go. So there's enough there possibly to actually do another journal at some point. I don't know, maybe I didn't cut it straight. I hope I did. I left enough room. That looks pretty good. Okay, so if this is going to be, let me put these things away a little bit so they're not in my... Okay, so I've been cleaning and doing all that, but I just felt like doing some slow stitching. My friend gave me a few books. She doesn't really do it anymore, my friend Christine, and I was going through this book. This is a really a primitive style of slow stitching, but it's very meditative. You know, it just is calming because you're just doing stitches, 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 and that's what I'm gonna do, I think, on this one. But this book is Claire Wesley Smith, called Slow Stitch, Mindful and Contemplative Textile Art. And so if anybody wants that book, they can see if it's available. Let's see when it... And that just tells me how much it is. More than I would want to spend. I'm pretty cheap. I like to find them at thrift stores, but you know, you can't always. Although people want to do slow stitch, they buy books and then they end up not really liking it. And so they take them to the Goodwill. 2015. Okay. 2015. So that's what, 11 years ago, something like that. But anyway, it's got a lot of primitive stuff, and I really like the look of that. So, and it also talks about hand dyeing your thread with just herbs and stuff from your garden. And it's pretty interesting. Plant-based dyeing versus chemicals. Yeah, so anyhow, I haven't looked at the whole book. I just got excited right away. And I have some other ones that Tilly Rose. And I thought if I can get back to doing the Sunday slow stitch, I can do some of her stuff too, because I really like Tilly Rose. Okay, I'm going to cut this away. And when I was my last slow stitch series, I felt like I was running out of things to make. And I think if I do it again, I'm not going to worry about what I'm going to do with it. I'm just going to slow stitch. And if it becomes a pouch or it becomes a book cover, you know, then I'll use that. I could make, I have a lot of things that could be used to put in storage with these types of things. So, okay, so the plan is that I was going to work from this. Well, no, that won't work. Wait a minute. Let's do it this way. Yeah, I did cut that pretty crooked. Look at that. Not the... Oh, I don't know. Let's see how much room. This one, I've got 7 inches. This one I have 6.5, but 6.5 is good. But let me see. Get a straight line here. I might be able to do it with, right. I thought I had a rotary cutter handy, but I haven't seen it for a while. So I haven't used one for a while. Should have done this in the first place. Yep, I must have taken it out. Probably the blade was no good. All right, let's see here. Right now I've got it on 7 inches and it's almost to 14 here. So this would be, if I use this line right here, let's see, that line there, and that's slides around on this mat. Okay, let me just see if I can, whoops, cut it with this. get a decent line, I can use the scissors and the rest of it. Okay. Nice and fringy. I saw somebody was able to take all the fringe off that they were using. I mean, they had a bigger piece and they cut the fringe off and they used it for a tassel, which is kind of cute. But this is not enough. I mean, I could use it for something else, but my guy's working in here today, and he took the compressor outside so that wouldn't make noise, but every now and then we might hear a little bang. Got to get it done. Okay, that's the front. Okay, so what I wanted to do was like start with a square here in the corner and work my way up. But I don't know if I want to work my way all the way up to the butterfly. So we'll just see. So I thought I would do it in neutral colors. So I have these bags of, or these tied up bundles of neutrals. And look, here's a piece of satin that might look nice. But this has a lot more gold tones than I realized. But this might look nice. And I thought this would, get my bundle on, all unbundled. This I saw on Kate. Kate, what's her name? Oh, I've forgotten the names of the people I used to watch, but she did a lot of primitives, so. And if you watched her, you know how she bundles up her fabric. So I've got that piece. This is a piece of lace I got from Mary. And don't know exactly what it is, but oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna save that for something else. Look at how it goes along the edge of the journal. Perfectly. She said it was a blouse. Cute. Okay, that's a winner. All right, I was just gonna see if I can find something else. I kind of want a little pink in here to offset this little bit of pink. Too. And the pieces are going to be smaller, so they should blend in. Okay, and then I have some laces here. I pulled out of the drawer. And I have other pieces of lace here. Okay, so in this corner, I want to put a square. I do have this. This fabric came out of one of the quilts that are the Cantha type stitch quilts that you get. You see them everywhere. Most of them are made in India. And I took them apart, some pieces that I had extras. See how I cut all the threads off to open it up. So I don't know what other ones came with it, but I found this really pretty pale, very sheer fabric. So I'm thinking that might be a good for the first square around. So I'm just gonna clip it there. I feel like I want to make it smaller just so we have more room to work with. Okay. So this would be like a log cabin, but oh my gosh, these are worthless things. I don't know how these are. Yeah, those are very sharp still. I forgot what I was talking about now. Okay, so I could start sewing this without putting another piece on, but what I would do in next, I would put, let's take maybe this piece. So I would take a piece of this and lay that way. And then we'll put another piece of lace going in this direction. And see, it's gonna hit that butterfly before we know it. Oh. This is very vintage, this lace. So I could use that. And then I thought I would take another piece of lace going the opposite way. That would be cut straight, going that way. But I see what I'm saying. I think I'm gonna run out of how far can I go. Unless I start in this corner. Maybe that's, if I start in this corner, doesn't matter which corner I do it in, then I might have more time. Check and see if my camera's running. I might have more time to get to this point. Okay. I'm gonna cut this one down a little bit more. I want it to be a square, so let's just do it this way and cut. A little more like that. Okay. Well, that wasn't a very good cut, but okay. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't know that I'm gonna slow stitch it now, but I'm going to stitch it down. So I have some of that thread from Mary's grandmother, vintage, and I have not that needle, I think it's this one. I didn't even get my stuff out of I have everything stored away right now with slow stitching stuff. Okay. I can read. I have another couple of spools of that. So I'm just gonna make a knot, quilter's knot at the bottom. And I think I'm just gonna stitch kind of like a basting stitch, except I won't take it out. That's one crooked stitch. Okay. I want this to take, oh, of course, we've got to have, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's not going straight. It's so weird. I haven't done this for quite a while, so I'm gonna have to tape all that down or something. I can't deal with these strings. So it doesn't have to be to perfection by any means. You can just stitch any way you want. Starting to go now the right way. I don't know what I did wrong there. And we're just going to make it tack down right there. Okay, so now let's take our, find our lace. This is going to all be removed from here and put in. I have a lace book now. I'll have to show you one of these days. All right, so I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cut it even with this one. And then get my needle. Let's see, do I want to cover it? Because I'm not going to fold any of these under. They're going to be over. So I guess I'll just go over that, because that's a stitch to make it stable. Come on, to the edge. And then I'm going to come up again here. And it's going to be messy on the inside. And I'm not using, normally I would use a couple layers, like muslin. This is upholstery type fabric. This has to be cut pretty even with the piece that we've put it next to. Otherwise, I don't know how wonky it would end up looking. But I saw that stitched the I forgot what it's called. What is the block called, you guys? My gosh. Okay. So now we're going to, I think, no, I don't want to open that. I can't see where it's going next. All right, now we need a piece of lace going this direction. So, cut this off even. And it's going to cover this first piece here, and then come down to here. I could use skinnier. I don't normally usually have very many skinny lace, but we can always cut it. We can always cut it down. Okay, let's just use this one. Let me see if I go this far in, I could trim it so it wouldn't be. And this piece here actually would be covered, so it might be best to go this way. So we have the ruffles there. And if you just, you know, have a thing of scraps that are tiny, I guess you could use those to, because it's not that long of a stretch. You see, like that would have fit. Okay, let's do this one. I just feel like I want to cut this down a little bit. Why can't I cut it straight, huh? I'm sure you guys will do a better job when you have the time. It's trying to do it in camera, it makes it hard to be quick at it. I'm not going to worry about the big lengths of string underneath. I will come back and cover this on the inside. Just didn't have a journal in mind, and then I asked for suggestions, and I'm not sure. I tried to write down any that I got, but I remember Lisa's was wildflowers. Hers was flowers of all kinds, actually, not just wild. So, but we have a rose here. Okay, so now we've got the 2 pieces of lace. We're going to go back to this part here where these 2 meet up, and we're going to put fabric there. So let's cut a strip. I wished I had something a little bit more florally-ish in the right colors. This yellow might. Let me look at the situation here. You know what? I'll just rip this and I'll have it in my stash as a smaller piece. Okay, and I don't want it that wide, so let's do it. I'm going to wait to cut this because sometimes it moves. I don't see any pins. I probably have some. Just use this needle for now, just to tack it down. Let's see how far away I am from the next piece here. I mean, the shortest distance would be the best. Okay, now that pin's not gonna work. Okay. And you could do a, you know, if you're gonna do a whole square. My head's in granny squares right now, and I know it's not called a granny square. But you could make some little what do you call them? Mug rugs. That's what I was thinking. Wished I had more satin colors, or satin fabrics. I did. I don't know where they are. They're probably packed. But I think most of them were very bright, like boho colors. So I hope you guys enjoy this extra little video on Sunday. It's just, I decided to come in and do it. I wanted to keep cleaning, but let's see, what was I thinking I might have? I could lay down something like sari silk if I have any. I mean, I have some, but it's up on the top shelf right now. I just wanted to grab something. Yeah, I don't have any here. You know, my gosh, here's more lace, you guys, and these are more little pieces. I gotta get these cleaned up. Let's see. I thought I had some little pieces of sari here. Okay, nope. All right, is this already looking crooked? Because I don't want it to look. Let me check something here real quick. Well, sometimes it kind of looks that way because, yeah, it's pretty square. It's like, right now we're at 2 inches. All right. From the eye, sometimes they don't look so square. All right, so we need a piece of fabric to run down this side. And I like a little stripe. This is kind of a little greeny color stripe. You don't have to be precise, but sometimes it helps. I think I'm gonna have to get more thread. I don't know why I did that. I should have. Let's go one stitch in, and then I'm going to tie that off because I don't have enough. It's nice thread, though. Okay, I'm just going to pick that up and. I'm sorry. I'm thinking ahead a little. Just like in my head's like. And I actually had gone through my analytics that I don't ever check it really, but I was in that area when I was doing comments, and I thought, let's go see what's happening. And so I put in there, you know, you can go back like 365 days, or you can go back to since, you know, the first, when you started making videos, from the first date. And so that's what I did. And the most popular video that came up on year to date was slow stitching. So I guess I thought maybe I should do it again just to boost up my viewers. I mean, I slow stitch and I do my journals, and I also now am trying, well, I do cross stitch too. I think I have too many hobbies right now, but I'm so anxious to start everything. That's my problem, is I get, this is a little stiff to go through, because this fabric here is, the green stripe is kind of that thicker fabric, like for curtains or something. Not as thick as a tapestry or a brocade or something, but it's still. And I don't even know what this needle is used. But it's sharp, that's the main thing. As long as your needle goes through your fabric, you're good to go. Don't struggle with it. Because you can find, the stripe is really gonna show. Okay, I'm gonna leave that hanging. And now we're gonna go with lace again. Let's see if I have something in this basket. I don't know if I want to do like a white. Maybe I could put that pink. Oh, here's what I was looking for, something like this. The chiffon. It's kind of a delicate pink. But we're looking for lace right now, so have another pink. There we go. Here it is. I don't know if that was the one I had that I liked. These, I think I cut up a curtain or something. That's probably the right side, but no. So let's just, I think I might keep that edge as another decorative thing. Okay, so we have two here. Wherever you have one meeting up with the other one is where you keep going. Otherwise, it won't look right. So the next, oh, that's the wrong side. Yeah, I guess that's the right side. Yeah, so the next, whoops, strip goes across these. This is gonna look. I don't know. Sometimes we envision things and they don't always work that way, but one good thing about doing a background of these kind of blocks where you just add one fabric to the other, is you come back and you embellish it with buttons or little doilies, or whatever you have. Different color threads, if that's what you want. I might maybe even add like some of the blue. Get a light, very light blue thread, and I'll do the cantha stitch. Cantha, I keep doing that wrong. Cantha stitch all through these. And you could do seed stitch if you want. You could do a Y stitch, fly stitch, something like that. Okay, so now we need one to go. I think this is a different, it's a different color. Yeah, it's not the same pink. So let's, I don't like that edge. Keep the scallop. And we'll go back and clean up these edges later. Maybe next Sunday. But I will do this little tiny stitching in the evenings. And I guess you can always go back to my old videos and see. This is just too far to carry now. Let's just go back down and tie it off. Come on, you do like a figure 8 and then pull it through, and it makes a knot, but there we go. Okay, how long have I been, you guys? Oh, 43 minutes. How time flies. So I bought a new case for my camera, and the old case I'm not going to be able to use on this phone stand. And right now I have 2 popsicle sticks on each end, making it so that it's not too small for my camera. It's too big. My camera's smaller than where I had it set, I guess, and I can't get it to go any smaller. I don't remember having a problem before when I used my iPhone, but who knows? And a lot of people like to do more than one stitch at a time, like weaving it in and out. But I tend not to do that. I feel like my stitches aren't even when I do that. Like, they're not the same size. But it would be faster. I was doing a little bit of hand quilting on this. I did it last year with you guys. It was the roosters, like a little tablecloth. And the batting I used, it was, oh, I guess I could have sewed that. Oh, well. The batting I used was so weird. My needle just did not want to go through it. And at first I thought it was the French fabric that I had bought. And it was very, like, stiff, like it was starched or something. And I thought that that was the problem. But I found that it was the batting. It had something maybe layered over it. And I didn't notice. And I mean, I could not get my needle. Well, I did, because I have to finish it. I mean, I can't undo it at this point. If I could, I would have. But all that time I was stitching the little houses around the inside edge. I'll have to bring it out again and show you. I thought it was the French fabric that I was using. Whoops. Okay. Tie that one off. Okay, let's just see how that kind of looks. Right. It'll be trimmed. Trim this a little. It's not too bad, but I don't know. I might have to look at it longer. Okay, let's see. I know I'm running out of time, so let me lay a couple pieces of fabric on these just to see. Where's that other one? I think I want. So linen. Oh, that would take off one section of the butterfly. I'd rather have a little bit of a print. Oh, I forgot about this. Where's the other piece? This is it's a satin. Oh, they have a name for it. I used to make the girl, my daughter's dresses with this sometimes. Just kind of getting an idea for the grain of the, it's got a grain sort of effect. And I'm just gonna go with it right there. Don't know if I can rip this or not. Are those the two? next time I'll bring some pins. I have some in here. I just don't want to go rumbling through my stuff over there. Go away, black. Okay. And then maybe I have these are also fabric. That's a leaf. Oh my gosh. It's like, what could I make out of that? And follow all those veins. Not ready for that, but yeah, that's cool. There's a beigeier one. Oh my goodness, so hard to decide. This is the fabric one, right? Yeah. It just seems so plain. There's some, I'm gonna have to restack all of these now. Here's some coffee dyed eyelet. I don't think I want that. This here has got a little pink in it. It's a batik fabric. And I can see a little hint of pink. You probably can't see it on camera. I thought that butterfly had pink. Okay, guess the flowers do. All right. I wanted to kind of get this part done. I just don't like that it's coming out square. I kind of wished it was coming in a different shape at the edge. I do it with that needle. This won't help me, I don't think. I'll hold it for a minute. I have my pin cushion, but it doesn't have any pins left. I use the pins, I take them somewhere and put them in another pin cushion. So my only other thought is to stitch this oh my goodness, I gotta find something to hold that down. It's got thread. It's to cover the whole thing with this, but I don't think that's what I want. I would waste all this beautiful texture, beautiful color, and the butterfly. I'll have the flower on the back, so that's not a worry. There's one big stitch. Come on. Nails are so dry, or my skin, I guess. So if you guys like this, if you're still with me, I know sometimes it's hard to stick with, you know, the video when it gets long, but I would love you to like and subscribe and comment. If you subscribe, I'll hopefully have more like this. And if you want to watch more, you just go to my playlist and look for Slow Stitch Sunday with Rita. And all my videos should be there. There's quite a few. I didn't realize how many there were. And I know a lot of people are on vacation right now too, and they're probably not tuned in for that reason. And this time of year is not a slow stitch time, but to me it doesn't matter. And I know Roxy's starting a new project. I kind of watched her, but I got sidetracked, and I looked up and it was a different video. Like she just finished it up and then it was a new video. So, I'll just cut this off a little bit so I can look at it. All right, so we have one more row to put here. We have to, at some point, decide to stop. So that's 1, 2, 3, and this would be 4. And I was thinking, I think that's a little too, like, more primitive looking. Let's try this one. Oh, darn you. That looks nice with this color, but okay, so if I stop there, I could do this and, you know, work like a doily into, of course you lose all the stitching that you did unless I start working like up this way. Okay. And I probably have different fabrics that I don't even know that I have, and I haven't looked. All right, so I think I'm gonna leave you here because that would be the last piece. And, okay, let's close it and see. I'm gonna have to kind of get, I could do a small one here on this corner. Don't want to lose any more of the butterfly. This would be another lace section. If I went one more. All right, well, you know, it'll come to me. I just don't know where it is yet. But if you don't have a butterfly on yours and you just want to do this on, you know, a journal cover or something else, you could do one at this corner. If you had a whole piece to work on like this, you could, you know, do the same thing in this corner and here and here. And then maybe one even in the center. That might be a good idea. But I should have used maybe a plainer fabric underneath. So I'm just not wasting, let's see, how good is this one that I have left? This one doesn't really, I guess that's a butterfly. It just looks weird. This one I wouldn't have minded too much if it was all covered up. I think something like that might work, even on this one. If I know I'm running out of time, but that's what happens when you do slow stitch. I'm thinking if I came down and just did like 2 sections here and leave, you know, this background in here, do maybe the 4 again, or 5 on this side, or just maybe 3, and then maybe I could go this way and make it longer. And then I'll still have some butterfly and I'll still have some of the flowers showing. I wished I had strips already cut because then I could test it. These are pretend. So see, I could probably only get, I'd have to cut this one smaller. Get 2 out of that corner. I have to put my square there first. All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys go and I will decide. I have enough of this that I could do another start corner here with this. Okie doke. Well, I'm gonna go and eat lunch. All right, guys. We'll see what happens. So, have a great day. Have a great Sunday and a start to the new week. And I will see you next video. Okay. Bye-bye.